A donkey with a baby oil lying in my bed, looking all satisfied, and the bottle is empty. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe J Movie So Awesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
Today we're going to talk about Penguin Episode 3, available in HBO. Spoilers ahead, full spoilers for the episode and every episode so far, and Matt Reeves' Batman movie of 2022. Here we go. Yo, Won-Jin, I'm worried about Victor.
Me too.
They made me... hey, first of all, this is not a direction I expected at all. So now we learn that Oz and Sofia has a history of him being her driver and him possibly having a hand in her going to Arkham. And then we also find out about Victor. We knew you were orphaned, but damn, that's really tragic. And then that made me worry so much about Victor because from watching 3 episodes, anybody Penguin meets is always offended that he screwed them over. So I'm thinking whether Oz, despite his humanity shown in the end of the episode, maybe he can't help himself betraying people. Maybe that's just part of him. In real life we meet those kind of people.
Yeah, and it's really funny because we also are watching this other show, Agatha, all along. We also have the same feeling about Agatha. She just can't help it.
That's a good
we get that feeling. It's not something he can control, and based on his track record of screwing people over, including Carmine Falcone, we get this feeling that Victor is at great risk.
Right.
And we keep getting this.
What's up, ZZ?
Something that seems like a foreshadow for Victor, because in the last episode we saw Penguin telling him to go lie down in that dugout grave. And
then even the ending of episode 3 was telling, because as soon as he's bond with Sofia again,
he was so willing and ready to just leave her out there with gunmen.
Yeah.
And just drive off.
Right.
And remember, before that was happening, he was about to cry.
Right.
He was like half crying talking to Sofia, and that really felt genuine.
No, but there was a question mark on that because he was just heartbroken by Victor leaving him.
Oh yeah.
So whether
that also takes into account. Yeah.
So he was maybe using that emotion to manipulate Sofia, and then because Won-Jin, I think you're gonna agree. We just watched Rings of Power. The greatest deceivers are self-deceivers.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking the same thing as I was watching The Penguin, because we're watching these shows back to back.
Right.
I'm like, yo, the Penguin is Sauron.
Yeah.
He's the best deceiver because he's capable of deceiving himself.
Right. And then, the best tricksters, they always mix it with a little bit of honesty.
Yeah.
So when he was being honest with Sofia, I was like, I know you're being honest, but you're using that to your end. And then he so casually screws over the Maronis again. Like, hey, Scott Walker, get back to the Joker talk, please. If they brought the Joker and Harley Quinn into Penguin Thieves. Hey, Scott Walker, let's talk about that in our Let's Talk session right after this. We can talk about it all you want. Zezzy, he's doing it as a reflex at this point. Hold on, Scott. Let's get on the Penguin wagon. Yeah, no, Walker, let's talk about it in like 20 minutes after we do this review, okay?
Oh, and I love the Mama Maroni. She's so badass. As soon as she gets off the car, we've been watching you, you motherfucker.
With her smoker voice. And then, we don't know what they were talking about. Hey, here's another thing that I liked. We talked about Oz as a self-deceiver, but I think Sofia is also cuckoo. We thought she was a little bit cuckoo, but I think the hint is, I don't think she knows she's the Hangman. Like, because you know how she keeps denying I'm Hangman? There's this hint that, she's in denial of what she did.
Yeah, or maybe she gets triggered by something to become the Hangman.
Maybe there's a blackout.
We haven't seen it yet. And remember, we've seen the Penguin snapping twice already.
Yeah.
And it's like, again, it's uncontrollable. And basically, he's carried by the moment. And then after everything happens, he realizes that he's fucked up.
Yeah. And
so maybe the same with Sofia.
Because there's a very, very, telling line. Oz tells her, I'm not what they say, and then she says, I'm not the Hangman. But I'm like, you clearly are.
We've been told that you killed 7 women.
No, and listen, here's another thing. If a mob boss you grew up with Italian values and families, everything, right? And you're a mob boss, but you send your daughter to Arkham. Don't you think there was a good reason for that? Like, I'm not saying Carmine Falcone is a nice person, but someone like that even though he's manipulative, you made your dumb son your heir. So don't you think there was a probable cause for her to be sent to a mental institution? Yeah. Yeah, but I wonder what happened with Sofia at the end. I think she's gonna be fine. I think because I have a feeling that she might ally herself with Maronis.
And because the Maronis are there, she's gonna. If they talk to Sofia, she's gonna find out that Oz has been playing both sides.
Yeah.
And the moment Maronis start talking with Sofia, Oz is in trouble.
No, but she also needs, I think, Oz. Oz is like this. He's very good at leveraging like what he can do for the boss. Because hold up. Hey, you know what, boys? I have so much fun talking to you. You're now my number one. Oh, hell yeah! Welcome to the world of Scott Walker and Internet. Joji movie's so awesome and Walker, baby. Zenzi, maybe she isn't the Hangman. Maybe there's someone else, and she was just there at the same time and got to be believed. How about that? No, Zenzi, she's the Hangman. Because the scratches and the psych ward, I don't think so.
That's a strong hint. When she wakes up with those scratch marks around her neck.
There she blows Won-Jin the white whale. What? Yeah, no, she's. I think she's cuckoo. Like, there's no doubt about it. Cause and remember, and I love the tension between her and Oz.
I also love the tension between her and Victor. These are 2 human actors playing these roles, but that really felt like a python or like a viper. Swirling around a little mouse.
That's a great comparison.
That's exactly how I felt. Victor's freaking terrified in there.
Anytime Sofia enters the room, there's a discomfort by everybody. And that's the difference between Penguin and Sofia, I think, because Penguin is disrespected all the time, but Sofia she causes fear. There's a palpable fear around her, And hats off to the actor because she's such a small, petite woman. Yeah. But there's just so much dangerous energy going on there. You can tell she's fearless. I think she's fearless. And another thing. Watching Sopranos spoiled me because when they said Penguin was not even a main man, I was like, what?
That's right.
I was like, you're not even main man. Oh Jesus, what are you doing all this for? And
Go get my shine bucket.
Yeah. And that made me feel uncomfortable when an associate threatened John Vitti, who's the underboss, right? Shouldn't Oz be dead right there? We know this from Sopranos. We learned that main man can't touch each other. If an associate does that, you're punished. Zazie, Jin looks like a whale because if the white t-shirt, that energy, exactly why I have so much empathy for Sofia. Yeah, no, but but Victor is such a surprise though. Because I thought me and Won-Jin, our prediction was that we're gonna learn more about Sofia and Oz, which we do. But them throwing in Victor, there's a Korean saying a shrimp gets its back broken when whales fight. Why is Victor in the middle of this? And then he just killed a Maroni soldier. Yeah. And then when Oz laughed, we win this together, man. Victor's face is like, fuck! I should have gone on the bus.
But I like how delicately he was depicted in this episode. Because remember, I was wondering about where this was gonna go, and who he was gonna turn into throughout the series. So now it makes me even more curious because it's very subtly suggested that he kind of convinces himself he's staying there because Penguin won't let him go.
But it's not.
But despite finding out about the truth that he's not actually holding him hostage, he still chooses to stay.
So you know what? That makes Oz a better man than Tony Soprano, because Tony Soprano didn't let Cristobal Monsanto be a scriptwriter. Stay in the family.
That's
Manipulate.
right.
Oz was like, go!
Because, if we think about The Sopranos, he was going to, I don't know, maybe pop the girlfriend's head somewhere and make sure that there's no bridge going back. But here, we can see the Penguin, Oz, just letting him go completely.
Yeah, so like...
He was fine with it.
That's why I'm worried about Victor, because one of the darkest episodes in Sopranos is when Tony Soprano kills Cristobal Monsanto, right? His protege. So here, we can tell not Tony Soprano. I'm sorry. We can tell Oz cares about Victor. There's a genuine feeling there because of that bar scene where he's genuinely hurt.
Yeah.
And I think
getting that drink.
And then him being also like a father figure. When he stammers, he tells the waitress, hey, don't do that. Let him finish. And then that tells us a lot about Penguin, too, because he's also someone who's disrespected constantly. And
he is capable of showing empathy.
Yeah. Except, remember when John Vitti says, we keep Penguin around because he's fun. Like you mentioned it. He hates the Penguin. He hates it. But that's why I'm worried about Victor, because... you become a super villain when you kill your heart, right? That's your boy, your heart. And then you do the Tony Soprano thing, and then you become a true...
Make him choke in his own blood.
Yeah, you become a true mob boss.
And quickly find a way to justify this kill.
Right.
Oh, that baby thing.
Yeah.
The tree branch.
That's right. I'm justifying my murder.
He's a monster.
Yeah, he could have had the baby killed. Jin, your apartment has gotten more brighter. No, but that being said, Oz does do that justifying behavior, though. I think he does. Because remember when he killed the Maroni,
the soldier.
Yeah, he was like
Irvine.
Yeah, he's like, you got to pitch in, pal. Like he was so casual about just eliminating someone like that. Scott Walker, what is the Soprano TVs? Are there any similarities between Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto? No, there's nothing similar, Walker. Sopranos TV series is, by some people, believed to be one of the best TV series ever made. It's a mafia series, but it goes into other deeper themes.
Yeah.
ZZ, I would also act like her if people would treat me that way. Actually, I think everyone would act so eccentric if people would treat them as they treat Sofia and lived up to grow up with the thing. Yeah. I mean, and then she saw. Hey, now that you said that, I love when John Vitti says you're a spoiled child, and Sofia reacts with such a smile. That's a killer right there.
I knew that John Vitti was gonna be killed very slowly in front of Sofia.
Oh yeah, she's not.
I can tell.
She's kind of. I think one of the theme will be she's more like her father than she thinks. Because Alberto, I don't think is Carmine's It's kind of like watching Jaime Lannister, because Tyrion is actually like Tywin, Scott Walker. Hey boys, I got several things to talk about. Yeah, let's talk about that after. Jin, look
on your computer for San Andreas Grand Theft Auto movie with Will Smith. Check it out right now. We'll have to do that a little later.
Yeah, just in 10 minutes, Walker. Just be patient with us. We're gonna do a Let's Talk session right after.
Yeah, I've actually been waiting for a movie based on Grand Theft Auto. It's gonna be fun.
I mean. But I don't know, but gangster film? I mean, this already is a sort of a gangster film, yes. But, but it's a character study.
Yeah. And I also love the moment when Victor had, that moment of thinking quickly on his feet and bribing that cop off. That showed potential for him.
Yeah, Won-Jin, but you know what another quick thinking did? He just ran over a Maroni soldier. So... It shows Victor's dark side, I think, because he was so willing. I mean, not willing, I guess, but he was ready to cross that line. Because doing that is something you can never recover from.
That's right. Death will follow you from that point on, all the time.
Yeah, it's done, and I think we will watch. I think Victor is also like a stand-in for us as audience when we watch Oz, because Oz is fascinating to watch. He's despicable and likable at the same time, like Tony Soprano. And I think Victor also has he's always thinking about that too.
Yeah, and again, I love the fact that his character development in this episode has done so subtly, and I also love the flashback in the beginning because it took me a little while to figure out that it was actually like a flashback from the moment of the Batman movie from 2022 when Riddler blows those dams.
Yeah.
And it was also quite terrifying. I thought the CGI was well done. How destructive that water is for like the average folks of the crown. What was it? Crown points. And
Walker, you don't need to be sorry at all. No. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you want.
We're gonna have the Let's Talk session. We're gonna talk about all you want.
Well, Scott Walker, I don't think there was any SA things. There were a lot of sex scenes in Soprano, but I don't think there were any SAs. Oh, the flood, yeah.
And I also love the dialogue he had with his father. And it kind of shows that he's got ambition because he was unhappy with his father not making enough money. And he was thinking to himself that he could do so much more. Yeah,
but that reminded me also of Scarface, Al Pacino's mother. I'm gonna get an honest life, and also Escobar. Boo, you a pig farmer! I wanted something. So that's just that. Like it's I would call it Americana. Like Americana, like Gangster is such a huge genre in America. The outlaw.
That's right.
The darker version of American Dream.
You take what you want.
Right. The world is yours.
And the Penguin actually says a lot of that. You gotta take. People like us, we need to take what we want.
No, but there's also a moral question though. He says survival, but I'm like, really? Because you could have just ran away.
That's right.
Did you have to do this?
And the actual the set of value that's driving him is greed. Yeah. If you think about it, it's not just survival.
No, it's outwardly greed, but deep down it's love. Because remember, the very first scene, Alberto laughs at him and says, "Oh, you want to be like some small timer? You want to be loved? Oh, this is about." So he's kind of like, one of the great things about Batman, I think there's a similarity with Batman here, because Batman also has trauma, but he elevated that to sacrifice for the greater role.
Justice.
Right, because the reason why the Matt Reeves movie is great is because he could have been the Riddler. But here, I think you see a man in denial of his true nature. That's who Oz is. Like Tony Soprano. I'm so sorry to keep mentioning his name. I'm so sorry. You're denying your evil, but one of the great lines of True Detective Season 2, that season was weak, but there is a great line. Sometimes your worst self is your best self. And I think we're going to just see Oz embrace that more and more. And along the line, we have to question the safety of his mother and Victor.
That's right.
Because I think Sophia doesn't have that problem because I don't think she loves anyone anymore. Maybe that therapist has a love thing for Sophia, but remember, Sophia lost all her family member already.
That's right.
And she obviously doesn't give a fuck about her uncle or her cousins. I think she's going to have a less time worrying about whether someone loves me or not. Yeah, it's greed and power. Yeah, definitely. And then Oz is always blackmailing everybody. So such a sweet thing to do. But anyway, shall we give a number grade? Let's not keep Scott Walker waiting.
I would give this episode. I would give it a 9. I really liked it.
I'm gonna give it a 10, 9.5, because it was such a. For me, this was the best episode. Not because of the actions or anything like that. Just like the character, the character building.
And I also love how it was depicted as like a visual medium. You know how the moment Victor was having that panic attack in the club, and that kind of overlaps with the flashback we saw
that was so
in the
great.
beginning. That was so well done.
No, and Sophia's talk with the Triad boss was also great. She basically puts Penguin in his place, but she is boss material.
That's
the way she negotiated. But you can also see a little Hangman tweaking in here. Maybe that's gonna come out. Sophia is super angry and frustrated, so she go extra miles to torment everyone that ever heard her. I mean, she's definitely traumatized, Etsy. Like, I think her violence is a reaction to trauma. Says, I would go for an 8. I want more because I am greedy and this wasn't enough for me. Yeah, I hate that this is a weekly drop too. Scott Walker, my honest opinion, which Joker was more gangster in the Suicide Squad or Dark Knight? Dark Knight Joker, man. Of course.
I think the Suicide Squad Joker was just poorly written. I mean, it had an amazing actor to play the role, but I just don't think that Joker was written right because it was so one-dimensional for me.
Yo, Won-Jin, so let's start right away. Let's talk. And then let's call it which Batman villain we want to see on screen.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, this has... So, Jojo Movie So Awesome gives this a 9.5. This episode was amazing. Fucking amazing.
That's right.
Anyway, guys, we're going to be back right away. This has been Jojo Movie So Awesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
See you right now.
We'll be right back.
Right now. We're going to do a quick one. So that these squirrels will free me from my binds. They're forcing down baby oil in my back.
They're going to whip you.